Alright, guys. It's grand finals time. MAXPAX, bottom left side of the map. Beyond the top right is a Pigosaur Weekly, number 32. And of course, we're scouting to be nice and safe. Really clever play by MAXPAX. Sees a barracks, scouts in there, might see a gas. Really normal build order. Oh, wait. It's going to be Proxy Marauder. It's the build that Kua tried against Hero, but it didn't work because Hero went for 3 sentries like an absolute maniac. But MAXPAX is not Hero. I don't think like in that GSL finals match you're gonna have MAXPAX open 3 sentries and a blind shield battery, especially not after scouting with the probe. So I think this is actually the ideal environment. You go Marine, and I think you just build 3 Marines and walk across the map, right, guys? Or do you go Marine Reactor? Oh, he gets it. And he's just gonna. The idea is you're pretending there's a high ground command center. He doesn't even fake the command center, because he wanted to go for the orbital. So does MAXPAX have his alarm bells rung because he didn't see it? It does look a little odd. But MAXPAX is a creature of habit, loves to play the standard greedy builds that he loves doing. He might not realize there is Proxy Marauder coming in game 1. And this is a great way to start this match. Sorry, I just had to tab out to turn my music on for the live viewers. Just realized we'd turned that off while we were watching Estrella's stream. Get into this. Adept shading forwards. Oof. 3 Marines moving out. Reactor behind it. So it's going to be 3 Marines joining up with 2 Marauders, Concussive, and SCV. Doesn't bring a second SCV. I thought he might bring 2 to build bunkers. With no shield battery, nothing but 2 Adepts. Oh my lord. This is going to be so hard to defend. He is making a Stalker immediately. But MAXPAX just not double checking for safety. And he's in trouble. If he loses this Adept, it's going to be a real problem. Now he realizes something might be up. But where's the tag? Oh, a bit slow from BYUN. He didn't get the shot off nearly as quickly as he could have. Pylon, though, could get focused. SCV is going to try to build a bunker. If he can get rid of the Adept, that's a lot of the damage firepower. Those Marines need to pull behind. 1 Marine already goes down. The SCV goes down as well. It's going to do a lot of damages. BYUN does have a command center building. This is incredibly committed. That Marine needs to escape. The probes. Oh, Citizen's Arrest, killing 2 Marines. If he can kill the 3rd Marine, that would be pretty good. The probe's going to try to go back to mining. Nice split fire focus there to make sure he gets as many as he can. Bunker does cancel, and the Marauders are going to back off. He's killed 8 probes. This messes up the start here for MAXPAX. But does it actually secure an advantage? Well, he's going to go for stim off of his proxy, which tells us BYUN is happy to play a longer game. It's hard to get a straight-up victory here. There's a command center, but he's not building workers. Okay, now he is. 23 against 23. I think it's very playable for BYUN. Blink's only just now started. And you can't really move too far away from the batteries as MAXPAX. But if these Marines Marauders come any closer, you can kind of take pot shots at them. And Guardian Shield's actually really good against these units, as is Force Field. I think we might just see a hallucination from him to confirm what's up. Of course, triple Force Field does keep him completely safe here. And the Adepts continuing to shade forwards. Got to be careful. Now you see the sentry. BYUN knows if he moves into this choke point, if he moves to even like here, he's just going to get popped forward and trapped by Force Fields. So he's got to chill now. Factory's on the way. Command Center going for the orbital. Should be continuing to drop mules here. And behind it, it is just 1 gate. 2nd gate's on the way. Good hold for MAXPAX, I got to say, guys. Could have been a lot worse. But keeping the first Adept alive, I think, was really big. And arguably a mistake that BYUN didn't get a bit more damage on that earlier. 9 probes, 1 Adept for 2 Marines and an SCV. Seems good. That Command Center heavily delayed. 2nd barracks, or 3rd barracks, sorry, goes down behind it after the factory. I think we'll just see a starport and a reactor. I don't see BYUN screwing around much longer here, but very focused on the front. Still active with his army. I feel like perfect macro probably more important than marauding around the enemy base. He's got stim finished, so now he's just going to go home because he knows blink could be done soon. He's got to get out of there. As soon as stim's done, he should lift the barracks and send it home. And he's got that starport reactor as we talked about. Barracks is going to lift off. If the Stalkers catch it, it's pretty valuable, 150 minerals. Would be nice to snipe that. And the hallucination seeing the army returns home, he might just do it. All right, guys, we got 3 barracks, factory, starport, engineering bays there as well. Bunker coming up in the natural, 3rd gas as well. Who's ahead, guys? I have no idea. I think BYUN has a pretty scary army. It's a 2-base storm charge follow-up for MAXPAX. I honestly don't know. This sort of game is always an enigma to me. Like, army supply is massive for BYUN, and there's no 3rd stud. That feels good for Terran. If you've got stim shields, medevacs on the way, then again, he's only got 1 medevac building. He's a little low on gas. Needs to start that second medevac. Now it does start. Fourth gas goes down. You know, it's a weird scuffed opening for both sides. There's only 2 barracks producing right now. Third nexus finally starts. Does the tech lab see that? No, it does not. I mean, it's surprising me that MAXPAX didn't check for where that is, though. I thought he would have gone and hunted down the buildings with these units. Marine's going to come in and see it. So BYUN could go see that base. He's going to try and move out right now. Stalker's on the front, ready for it. Stims a whole pack of the Marine Marauder forward, and he will catch one Stalker. I think it's always worth damaging a few units to kill a Stalker. Storm's on the way. 4 more gateways. It's going to take it to 8 gate Storm. Prism's out. Ooh. It's a scary force. If BYUN doesn't realize it's Storm, that could be a real problem. His Marine's going to try to run in. Prism does pick up the High Templar to hide them. Does he realize? Does he realize? Because this looks a little sus. He should realize, I think, but I'm not sure if BYUN does. And if this first Storm lands on him clumped up, it's going to be a problem. Remember that BYUN loves to clump up even when he knows Storm is there because he's a crazy person who just loves to micro in a ball. Showing no fear right now. Storm just about to finish. And he stims at the Storm! Only BYUN would stim towards the Storm drop. Oh my lord. Great Storms for MAXPAX, but having lost the third, it feels like it's already decent for BYUN, right? Yes, you lose a pack of Marines and Marauders, but I think it's fine because your third command center starts before the third Nexus. You've got medevacs, you've got +1 armor on the way, so your upgrades are ahead. MAXPAX building a bit of a cuck army on 2 base, and you know, no shade against him. It's just this army kind of needs to go win. But what is it? It's 4 Stalkers, 6 Zealots, an Immortal, and an Archon. It's all about the side storms. But now that BYUN knows about the storms, he should not be caught off guard. And BYUN should just base trade. He's got Storm. If you fight into him, storms will be good. If you counterattack, he's screwed. So he's going to Doom drop the left side, or double drop, I should say. And he's going to also stim in, get the Marauder, take out these Zealots, which are just going to get gunned down. MAXPAX tries to recall, but you can now pivot these guys up north into the new third base. Actually, it's only a few Stalkers that came back, so he's going to continue. Marine Marauder in the main as well. That Bio Army does pull to the right. These guys in the main are going to get hit by Storm Drop, but he just sends a few Marines after the High Templar Prism. Not really worth just storming 3 or 4 Marines. A few more Marauders do die on the front. Maybe some F2 miss micro there. But BYUN's going to take out the main base, and that's going to be game 1 in the bag off of a very nice, cheeky, aggressive opening for BYUN. Does find the damage that he needed. And I guess this is the tokamak we've been talking about, guys. Oh, that's cool. Dude, is he using dead Zerg to power the engine? Is that a Zerg in there? What is that, guys? It looks... or hybrids, even? Is this a fusion reactor that's literally using chambers of dead creatures in there to freaking fuel the reaction? That's awesome. I don't know how I've always been distracted by the little moopy down here playing on the computer who's, I guess, running the control chamber of the power plant. Bio does stim into the third. The different kind of fusion power. Fusion of Zerg and Protoss. That is true, guys. Oh, dude. 16 probes. Nicely done. Does fail on the pickup, but somehow still gets 2 Marines out. Drops into the main. And Stalkers kind of suck against Marine Marauder, man. They're going to redrop, take those out. In the middle of the map, MAXPAX pushing forward. BYUN could just stim these guys away, but of course he's distracted in the main. Picks up, saves those units, drops in the third. And BYUN has pushed MAXPAX all in. Watch out for the EMPs. Oh, the Vikings and the EMPs are so big. Prism has already almost died. The Vikings need to just chase that Prism down. Beautiful spreadies. And BYUN is going to take MAXPAX to town. Storms are left, but he's just got nothing to support those storms. So you can see the High Templar storming themselves, morphing into an Archon. And that's going to be that. BYUN taking down a very smooth game 1 against MAXPAX. GG, well played. All right, rough start for game 1 for MAXPAX. But this is what happens when you're the predictable macro guy. You do get taken advantage of sometimes. And MAXPAX is famous for not using the new energy recharge, not using the Sentry openings, doesn't use Stargate openings very often. And yeah, he's a little predictable. So BYUN does it cheeky, takes a big gamble, gets away with it, gets himself a cheeky game 1 victory. And what I'm really excited by in this series, it's kind of cool because it's like we get to look at a PvZ from before the patch. Just there's no battery overcharge because MAXPAX hasn't changed his playstyle. Has he? Has he changed it at all? I don't know. I haven't been watching too many of his series in the Monday Night Weeklies or the Warty Mondays. I don't know if you guys have seen, but I haven't really noticed much of a change in his style. And I kept thinking, oh, he's just going to be slow to adapt, but he'll get there eventually. It's been 6 months since the patch came out. And it kind of feels like MAXPAX hasn't changed anything in this matchup. I don't know if I'm crazy. I mean, in the mid game, he'll use energy recharge nicely on his sentries, but early game kind of feels like it's still Twilight Stalker off Gate Scout every single game. Core before Nexus every single game, right? And I mean, I always admire a player who's got the patience to just figure something out, optimize it to this level. But I also think there are ways to take advantage. Beyond showing one in that last game. Oh, look at this. He's going to let him come in. And then he says, haha, you're trapped in here with me. Now, don't lose the SCV to the probe is the only thing. Wait, don't. Beyond, get it out. Get him out. Okay, factory goes down. It's a double gas build. Now, double gas against MAXPAX, I think, is quite decent because he doesn't go for the sentry builds. So he doesn't know what your follow-up is. He has to kind of guess. Whereas if you go sentry, I think double gas has lost a lot of its power. Because the whole, oh, damn, double gas could go in so many different directions from here, doesn't necessarily apply. Now, BYUN doesn't do a sneaky put back on gas after the probe dies. No crazy all-in from him. Team BYUN, F yeah. I don't know why, man. When I look at Terran players, I just always think about freedom, think about Team America. MAXPAX, no doubt fighting for that Danish communism. For sure, totally. Berto's player, all part of a collective, literally, with their psychic powers. It's a psychic collective. A little bit different. It's mind communism. Adepts do a nice attack there. 2 adepts coming forwards. Is Denmark communist? Yeah, totally. There's subtext here. But that's alright. Some of you might not be as terminally online as me, so you might not be as subject to the incredibly intelligent discourse on the internet. Dude, that's a sick trap for BYUN. 3 Reaper, 2 Hellion. Hello? Wow, that was really well done. I think you send the Hellion back to repair, though, right? Nope, he's going to dive it. I think MAXPAX has to full ball now. Yeah, I think with a full ball, and then... I mean, actually, he's not going to have another unit in the main for another 10, 15 seconds. He does full ball reactively. 1 Stalker loses to 3 Reapers, guys. BYUN's just going to fight it. He will lose the Reaper. Oh, the Probe's pull. But the Stalker goes down, which means goodbye Probes. Going to lose at least 3 or 4. 2. Good Probe pull. Does he sack him? He's sacrificing. He's committed. 3 Probes make it 4. Nice grenade. Make it 5. Oh my gosh, he's going to get 6. Oh my lord. Reapers doing good damage there. 6 probes. Great start for BYUN in game 2. And it's funny because, you know, this tournament, we changed the days. So BYUN is no longer exhausted when we get to the finals. And what a different BYUN we've been seeing. Because he's been making it to the finals of these tournaments a lot. And he looks so much more switched on since we changed the day. Because he used to come into these finals having played 3 tournaments back to back. And just being exhausted after being awake for like 35 hours. But now check it out. Look at this. Oh, he's going to do the tank. Dude, did that just stop him from unloading the siege tank? That does not actually reach... Dude, if that little bot stopped him from unloading the tank there, that's hilarious. Anyway, this doesn't really reach that far. He's just trying to bait, I guess, the Stalkers into it. Oh, he does get 1 shot on a probe. And he can still deny mining a little bit. Just being a nuisance. Hellion still chilling on the left side as well. He's going to try and run away. MAXPAX, of course, is on 2 gates right now. I think he's got a 3rd gate just transforming, right? Was he still... Yeah, 3rd gate in the back. Stalker's trying to hunt it down. If he catches it... Oh, this could get MAXPAX back in the game. This would be such a valuable catch. Oh, the drop's right there. It's just out of vision. Oh my gosh, it's just sneaking past. It's going to get home. It's going to get home. It's going to get home. Yeah, he's given up on hunting for it now. He assumes it's... Okay, we've lost it. No worries. Oh, he still could have got it. He still could have got it over here, but he's not going to be able to. Not now. Sees the medevac, but it's too late. Too late. Stalker's coming to the main. Tank getting a good shot off. Ooh, thank you for the generous donor, Anonymous, helping us support these tournaments. Really appreciate you. Observers. Siege is up there. 3 Barracks Factory, Starport, eBay, BYUN in a great spot. But 3rd Nexus is on the way. Charge comes in right after Blink. And he's got his Robo Bay up. So 4 gas Robo Bay means you can start Colossus if you're not supply blocked. Pylon's finishing. Okay, it was about a 5-second supply block. Not the end of the world. Definitely not ideal, though, as the Stalkers finally come in. MAXPAX gets his first damage in the game. 2 SCVs. Takes almost no real damage on the Stalkers, so well done. This Marine drop's going to try to sneak out, but I think the Observer might see it. Medevac. It's right there. Oh, I think he was hoping to catch the Prism, but not able to, and we'll get out of there. Oh, it actually ends up baiting the Stalkers. That's worth a Marine or two. Well done. Third Nexus almost finished. 3 more gateways coming. That'll take it to 6 gateways. 7 gateways even for MAXPAX. No Forge, though. But you don't necessarily need a Forge, especially if there's no third command center. No third command center, no 4th and 5th barracks. It is almost 7 minutes. BYUN's about to make that decision. I think it's going to be a third command center behind this, but look at the way MAXPAX is keeping him pinned in his base. He would have loved to have a Stim Marine drop sneak across. There's so little to defend that right now. But because he's able to focus on the front, MAXPAX picks off a Marine, almost gets a second one. Marine drop moves out left. Prism is still there on the left side. If BYUN spotted it, he could Stim Marines, kill that Prism. The Observer over here, really well set up. I do think Surveillance mode has been one of the biggest buffs to Observers in all of StarCraft 2 was that upgrade, right? That's actually like one of those like low-key huge buffs that I don't even think about. They brought it in like 2019, 2018, something like that. It's actually such a good ability in this matchup. Oh, drop almost goes down, but it doesn't. And Battery cannot out-heal 8 Marines with Stim. 7 Marines still standing. They take out 2 Stalkers. They get a Zealot. Uh-oh. We're going to energy recharge. Oh, he doesn't have it available. Dude, these Marines are gunning down right now. They're going to get another Stalker at the same time. He shoves the front. Beautiful tank setup. There's just nothing in. Wait, what? He just didn't have any units. I know he was behind, but my golly. I didn't realize he was just going to die to that. The Marines gunned down a bunch of units. All these Stalkers, I guess, moved to respond. Those 5 Stalkers. He's just got 2 Colossus 3 sentries. He just keels over. He's got charge, but no Zealots. The 2 or 3 Zealots he has are warping into the main. Wow, BYUN going Super Saiyan. Is he going to 3-0 MAXPAX? This is wild. All right, guys, going on to ley lines, and it could all end here. This man needs to tighten up. He needs to get on point, and he needs to realize it's ley lines. So BYUN's going to do what he does 96% of the time on this map. He's going to eBay block. But MAXPAX doesn't scout for it, and I would be more worried about that if I didn't have faith in MAXPAX's ability to play with a third base. I honestly don't think MAXPAX cares. I have not seen MAXPAX check for an eBay block in so long. I think he's like, oh, I have to take my third? Ooh, no. Just end it and start again if you accidentally closed predictions, Omega Zulu. It's all good. We're still early enough. You can just cancel it, right? And then I think you can cancel it, right? And then start a new one if you have to. Though it looks like you've already done that. I don't know. Still says the prediction's open as far as I can see. But looks like it's about to close in the next 20 seconds, the gambling. All right, guys, Probe comes out. Oh, he goes north. He's blocked north as well. Sorry for the distraction there, guys. Trying to get the live gambles going in. Nexus gets very delayed. My lord, that's a super late Nexus. I don't think it's the end of the world, I guess. Command Center is delayed too. It is a Command Center Marine Reactor follow-up. It's kind of the economic version. No quick factory with this one. I think BYUN is basically just saying, I just want to mess your build up and then just do a macro build. Maybe does a Marine tank push off of this with like 2 tanks. Could do like a Banshee build or a 1-1-1 sort of opening. There's a few different cool things you could do. Now, MAXPAX has not been as dominant recently, but I still feel in this matchup, he's kind of a mythical creature. But without ever using sentry openings, I do think he basically doesn't take advantage of what is one of the most cracked, powerful, beautiful things Protoss has in their arsenal right now, which is that sentry. Combined with that energy recharge and the lack of surprises the opponent can bring in. Like the thing is that MAXPAX, if he's in a standard mechanical match and you're not surprising him, he just beats everybody. Look at BYUN though. BYUN's like, oh, you're going to go poke up my ramp? And he's hoping that Adept goes on the ramp so he can flank it. Oh, cheeky. I love it. Like, just these little adjustments. MAXPAX doesn't go deep, doesn't get trapped, but I just love that he's looking for it, you know? Just love that he's looking for it. Looking for the little details. So Cyclone into second barracks hidden in the back. He'll build a tech lab. Could gear up for a very fierce push. Is it going to be a Gummio 2 barracks build, or will he add a third barracks? Only time will tell. All right, Robo comes up the front. We've got second gate. Third gate goes down as well. If BYUN gets a 3-0, it'd be rather wild. Obviously, it's late at night for MAXPAX, but he's played a lot of late night tournaments. He's won a lot of late night tournaments. Really good at depth positioning, though. These Marines just can't get on it. Cyclone into tank. Third barracks goes down. I mean, this looks like BYUN is probably going to shove him. Oh, 3 Marines show themselves a bit early, but the Adept going to go down. Cyclone for BYUN. Doesn't even want to take a hit from the Adept. You can see the way he microed it back. The Adept does barely any damage to it, but BYUN just trying to optimize as much as possible. Robo is going to try and chrono a Prism. All right, 3-gate Prism. 4-gate Prism even. Ah, 4-gate Blink. Old school. Now, if BYUN tries to go aggressive, this could go bad for him. But if he just turtles up, builds a bunker, keeps making tanks, this should be really good. The problem is he doesn't have a full wall up here. But he should have tanks up early enough that I think he's okay. He just needs to not lose the first tank from not having a bunker. And that's what I'm worried about, because he's planning his own big attack, I think. So I think right now he's actually a little vulnerable, because he's not thinking about MAXPAX attacking him. He's thinking about him attacking MAXPAX. And yes, he has a lot of units. They're a little spread right now. That tank does cover here. I just don't think the Stalkers will really venture into that. I think they'll probably mostly go here to kill that tank. We'll find out. Tank's going to get sniped, guys. MAXPAX is going to go for it. He does take a tank shot from the high ground, second tank shot from the other siege tank. But dude already gets a tank and a bunch of Marines and starts killing SCVs. So much damage. Cyclone tries to come forward. He's got to be real careful with that Cyclone. Does have good range damage. SCVs have to pull as well. Tank gonna have to siege up here. He goes for it, but he's already pulled the SCVs back. I think MAXPAX maybe could have blinked on that, but he wants to let those shields regen. Third base comes up for MAXPAX behind. Does he blink the high ground? Observer goes down. Tank gets a shot off real early. MAXPAX commits nonetheless. Good hot pickup there, but getting the tank snipe is huge, and I think BYUN's dead. I think MAXPAX gets himself back in this series because he's lost his tanks. Oh, he does get another shot from there. Those Stalkers still in range. Oh, he stayed in range a bit longer than he should have. Actually, not bad for BYUN. Did kill a bunch of Stalkers. Only 4, though. The rest are so vulnerable. BYUN right now needs to hang in. He's still very close in workers. He's got the 3 barracks, but remember, with no starport, even with stim finished, every stim is unhealable. Does kill a few Stalkers, but he loses that tank. He's still building him. Gets a whole lot of Stalkers for it. He's also losing mining time, which is so costly. That stutter step on the escape is amazing. Both players within 20 resources lost of each other. Starport finally should be going down, but it's not. He's doing the Cure build. It's a pure barracks, no healing all in. It's one of my favorites. It's an old school build. I love that Q has brought that back and reminded Terrans, you can do this. Something I normally do when I'm trolling the ladder, doing some fun challenge builds, trying to muck around. We haven't seen it in pro play in such a long time. But Q had tried it a bunch in GSL, had some good success with it. Marines almost take out that Stalker, not quite. Marine Cyclone in the main does not kill anything. A few more Marines going down, and MAXPAX microing his way to a massive lead. He's got 8-gate charge on the way, +1 sentries. He's already got the Robo. 3rd gas, so 4th gas, and now Robo Bay is going to go down when he hits 150 gas. Go to MAXPAX camera, and there's that Robo Bay. I knew it. He's like clockwork, man. Once you know the MAXPAX build, you can always predict what he's going to do next in his build. But he is always about just being, you know, super solid. Okay. Comes forward, doesn't really get much. Just a Marine there. Phoenix goes in the main. He does see more barracks with no add-ons. Big tell. Big tell. He sees lots of barracks producing. Does he know that it's no starport is the question. Because all MAXPAX needs to do is make army right now. Make Zealots counterattack this. You do not want to fight this front on. We did a big breakdown during the GSL cast we did. We talked about you don't want to fight this front on. You want to come at it from behind with Stalkers, Zealots, pick away at it. Just, he can't stim. So here we go. This is great. Yeah, Zealot counter. You don't want to commit a huge amount, but just a few Zealots. And you can bring those in from behind. When the fight happens, you want to flank these tanks with that that charge. He's going to come forward now. Charge is not quite ready, but it will be in a moment. And here we go. It kicks in. No stim from BYUN just yet. BYUN very disciplined. I think he's expecting the Protoss army to run away, so he waited on the stim, but then he realized, okay, MAXPAX is not running away, let's go. And he's just shoving it. Uh-oh, MAXPAX Didn't get force fields on the ramp. Wasn't able to delay this as much as I thought he'd be able to. If he loses that robo, he's before the Colossus is out, I genuinely think he's dead in this game. If BYUN clicks that robo, he wins. If he doesn't click that robo, he might lose. He clicks the robo. MAXPAX trying to buy time. BYUN, he needs to click it. He doesn't commit. BYUN runs away and the Colossus pops. I think that might save MAXPAX right now. He's killed 22 workers so far. Tank's still doing good damage. One bunker goes down. There's still a Zealot in the natural. Marines are rallying to it. One of them finally takes it down. BYUN will kill the third base. That one Colossus might save MAXPAX though. He doesn't need the third. Losing the robo is rough. He's got Dark Templar! Oh, what? He's got Dark Templar! I didn't even realize he was putting a Dark Shrine in the midst of this. Well, that's GG. Sorry, BYUN. See, you don't want to be you, mate. You've been dropping mules to try to catch up your income. Dark Templar hit both bases. Dark Templar hits the front. And with that, BYUN will not be getting the 3-0. MAXPAX fights back with the power of the Invisible Man and is absolutely vicious. Dark Templar in the main goes down. DT's ripping apart the Marine rally. And MAXPAX fights back. All right, guys, we've got MAXPAX bottom right side of the map. BYUN in the top left side as well. Hot diddly damn, it's Terran against Protoss. And will BYUN be able to close the series out on Pylon? It's a pretty aggressive map, Pylon. I really like the builds BYUN's brought out. It feels like there's a lot of builds, a lot of decisiveness. And MAXPAX has not built a single sentry in the opening stage of any of these games. Still not believing in the sentry opening. Not prioritizing information. I do think MAXPAX, opening-wise, I don't think... Oh, he goes Nexus before Core! MAXPAX! Right when I'm about to say his opening's the most boring thing ever to watch, he actually changes his opening to be a little bit greedier. Oh, MAXPAX. Just when I counted you out from ever changing your opening build order, you do a greedy build. I love it. And it's a Marine first, not a Reaper, so you're not going to get punished by that at all. I love the mix-up. Hey, very nice. Very nice. Second depot up there as he's using the... Oh, it's a tech lab. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we know what build it is. It's my least favorite build, the Concussive Marauder opening. Did he do this with the delayed gas? I feel like he took the gas at the normal time. I like the way Kua delayed the gas with this opening and then went 3 barracks, right? Barracks, was it second barracks factory? I think he did. Yeah, second barracks, then factory, cyclone. I think he puts the factory on this tech lab, right? And then third barracks. And then he did the same all-in from the last game, the pure Marine Marauder tank all-in with no medevacs. Did it on this exact same map as well, up against, I think it was Classic in that GSL semis. That should be really nice. Guys, mods in the chat, please help me out. Exclamation mark tip. As always, guys, donating to the tournament is very easy if you're watching live. There's a big link below the stream if you're on desktop. You can always type exclamation mark tip, or I think exclamation mark dono will link it up as well. But yeah, please help out the people in the chat. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much. Whoa, 3 barracks. I thought it would be a factory. Okay, so yeah, this is definitely not the Kua build order. Just 2 Marauders Marine into 3 racks. More of an old school 3 racks off the back of this. Still a good build. Got a battery coming up. It's going to be a... Oh, he actually went Sentry as well. Dude, MAXPAX, you're making me so happy right now. He scouts the 3 barracks in the eBay. BYUN's like, what? You never open Sentry. MAXPAX is like, just when you count me out, that's when I come back in. And he actually does a completely different build order. Much more modern meta from him. Guardian Shield also helps him defend. Happy to trade a Stalker for a Marine and a Marauder. Great start for him. Sees the 3 barracks and the engineering base, so he knows it's a somewhat delayed 3 racks. And he can just chill out. He can go for that 3rd base. He's going to go 2nd gate, Robo. Do you think he goes 3rd off 2 gate? I think 3 gate's much safer. Yeah, 3 gate, Blink, Robo. He can do his standard build from here and just make sure he's got his Stalkers heavy on the map. So if the 3 racks Marine Marauder moves out, they can deal with it. Marine Marauder coming forward. Thank you very much, Special KO there. Damn, $40. Getting us closer and closer to filling up the prize pool, guys. I'm going to be paying that $200 to the winner no matter what. We really appreciate you guys helping me cover that. Thank you so much. Really appreciate the support. Makes a massive difference. Allows us to make this tournament a little bit more sustainable. Factory finally is coming down. It's a well-timed factory as well. Off of the back of a 3 racks, especially with the engineering bay already down, your factory starting just after 4 minutes is actually fantastic. This is very well played. Oh, Hulk Smash, thank you so much as well. Adding $10 to the prize pool. Appreciate it, guys. Forge and Robobear there. Third Nexus. All right, I like the Robobear Forge, this 4 gas into delayed third Nexus. He's basically saying, look, with a 3 racks, you're going to mass bio, but you're not going to have your starporters quick. You can't get Medivacs and Vikings. You just can't deal with the Colossus. If I get fast Colossus plus, I always talk about the +2 Colossus timing with 3 Colossus. If you don't get your third snipe to the first bio push or something, that is going to be brutal. So it's worth delaying your third a little bit to head towards that against a guy who you know can't really build tanks because his factory's so late. Doesn't have Vikings because he's got to catch up on the Medivacs that he still hasn't started here. It's an awkward spot for BYUN. I feel like 3 racks against the Sentry Scouts feels very bad. 3 racks is a really good build against the Protoss who don't scout you until 4.5, 5 minutes at the earliest, right? With their first observer or something like that. But the Sentry Scout, fantastic. And MAXPAX, gonna go out here, build some pylons on the edges. I love the pylons on the edges. I think they're great. I've been talking about how I wish more high-level players would go build corner gates a bit more for quick warp-ins as well. Oh, good move out. Gets himself a Stalker. BYUN, happy with that. MAXPAX quickly pulls back. Charge. +1. Extended Thermal Lance. All getting close to finished. First Colossus is out, and the second one does get chronoed. Mass Marine Marauder coming forwards, man. This is a big push, but I don't know if he feels confident committing. Picks up even more units to boost them to the front. SCV moves out. It's going to be a third command center on location. BYUN, because he's been 2-base for a long time, wants to make up for that. Say, hey, I've got a lot of big scary units on the map. Let's go. But Force Field Colossus counters this. Isn't a crazy number of Colossus. MAXPAX does not know where this army is. Oh, he's about to find it. Good, quick force fields. One more force field. He needs to do the other force field. Okay, he does do the last force field. It was a little slow, but it kind of works because it lets some of the bio up the ramp. And BYUN continuing to push like a crazy person. Marines are on the front line. Oh no, BYUN. Marines on the front line against Colossus, guys. Oh man. That's like if someone breaks into your home and you push your grandma in front of you to distract them. Those Marines did not do well. On the other hand, those 4 red hit point veteran Marauders, oh, doing sneaky pickup micro as well, but the Stalker gets a Marauder snipe, blinks away. The fact that he got both Colossi and saved some units, very impressive for BYUN. Wow, 60 probes against 54 with +2 and more Colossus rebuilding. Still might be a scary moment in this game with the Colossus. It's a very close match though. Losing those Colossus was really rough. If they both survived, it's an entirely different game with MAXPAX way in the lead, but Colossus is such an important centralization of power. And you've got to do it. Turns out sometimes pushing your grandma in front of you to distract the home intruder is a good move. Sorry, I'll move away from that analogy. It's not a good move. It's bad on a moral level, even if it is sometimes effective. Bad move. I feel bad for those Marines, guys. But I think BYUN was saying, look, I don't have time to reorganize my army. They're in the front. It is what it is. I really want to push right now. Because he knew if he let more supporting units get up, the Colossus would have more Zealots, more Stalkers, more Sentries. At that point, you're not getting on top of the Colossus. You've got to just kind of chill until Viking Ghost. And he wanted to trade, and I think it was really smart to keep these armies a bit smaller. Okay, MAXPAX does blink back those Stalkers, but the Zealot's doing well. 1-1 upgrades are here for the Terran, but I don't think BYUN was expecting the whole army to arrive. And he's just outnumbered. That was a really good trade there for MAXPAX. I think he was probably a fair bit behind in the trading before. Now only 500 down. 4th Nexus on the way. Archons are building. Archon, Zealot, Stalker, Colossus timing, guys. This was the king timing 2019 era. You just kill them with 3 Colossus, add Archons to your Zealot Archon, your Zealot Stalker Colossus, just kill them. If the Ghosts get outland good EMPs on the Archons, they're not very effective, but there's only a few Ghosts, there's not that many EMPs. We'll see, BYUN, first EMP lands on the Archon and a Colossus, second one only lands on a Colossus. Oh, the Archon does take a while to get focused. There's not many Vikings. I think MAXPAX has him. Oh, 1 Colossus does fall. There's still some bio left, but 24 SCVs have died. Zealots ran in the natural at the same time. Widowmine takes out 1. There's still 1 in the natural, tearing it up. Colossus does go down to the Marauders, but BYUN's income got absolutely shredded. 5 kills. Zealot finally falls in the natural. Stalkers do take a Widowmine hit on the way out, but BYUN just wasn't quite ready for that push. He drops Mass Mule. He holds down the SCV key. He's going to try to recover, but it's going to be really tough. After losing that economy, MAXPAX now has a lot of comfort. He can just take his time. I wouldn't mind armor. I do think +3 attack takes a long time to upgrade. So I think it's also very gas heavy. I think +1 armor is the better upgrade at this stage. Especially for the Zealots. But we'll see how he goes. Chronoing his Colossus right now. He's a bit gas-starved, is MAXPAX. Zealot drop goes into the main. There were 2 Vikings there, but they weren't in position. Oh, sleeping on duty. Dude. That's the Zealots in the main. BYUN's going to be so upset at that. He had the Vikings in position to intercept this. They weren't quite on post. And oh, now he's stuck in the mineral line against Colossus. Not to mention force fields available. The SCVs, Marauders clumped up here. And this is a beautiful fight for MAXPAX. Getting too much damage. And that's going to finish him off. Brings down the rest of the army. Even if he kills this whole army, I think BYUN's pretty screwed, right? Colossus will go down. A few Stalkers escape. Prism did die. Viking's going to land to deal with that Zealot in the main. The supply is close enough that I'm like, is there a chance? But, oh, the Vikings lifted off too early. The SCV kills the Zealot. Don't see that every day. 12 Zealots, a new Colossus, another one building. 2-2 does start for the Terrans. So the upgrades have kind of evened out. That armor finally starts. So does a 5th Nexus. I just don't think you can overcome this economic advantage. Surely not. Units lost time within 500 resources of each other. That's too close, man. The SCV kills have given so much value to MAXPAX. Gets that SCV before pulling away. Looks like a Widowmine takes out a Zealot on the right side. Fig, can you give half of my donation to MAXPAX to take the fall next game and let BYUN win? Oh, okay, no worries, guys. Remember, guys, StarCraft is the most corrupt esport. We're totally down with that. Thank you very much for the tips, guys. A few more people added some tips there as well. Really appreciate it, guys. I think we're only about $30 away from hitting that 200 goal. MAXPAX poised to force a Game 5. Really good comeback. It felt like BYUN came out with really good decisive plans, put MAXPAX on his heels from the start. I mean, strategically, BYUN has played a far superior series, in my opinion. That being said, MAXPAX finally pivoted in this game to actually do something completely different, and I think it was perfect. Going Sentry, going for the faster Nexus, takes advantage of the fact that people expect you to do just one thing every game. And, you know, BYUN's build of 3 racks really just loses so much power when your opponent knows it's coming with that hallucination. So, first bunch of games, BYUN started really well, but I think MAXPAX, you know, he's about to get back to 2-2. He's got an army. You can't stop this. This Terran army is tiny, guys. Very small Terran army. Massive Protoss army. One of the biggest. They told me this might have been the greatest Protoss army. They had Guardian Shields, lasers, guys with little lightsabers attached to their wrists. The best. Running the 3rd, running the natural. I mean, the 4th is mining for BYUN, but with how many workers, dude? Oh, 78 workers have died this game to 1 probe. MAXPAX committing some war crimes in this game. Thank you very much, Jug. Appreciate the tip there. Helping us pay out that prize pool. Thank you so much. Stalkers going after the SCVs. Gonna get 1, 2. Do we get a 3rd? Yep, 3 SCVs, not bad. But could get chased down. And as Marauders will take out a couple. BYUN's just so outnumbered. MAXPAX can send Zealots in the left. Vikings were hoping to intercept a Prism over there, but they need to be back on the front to help deal with the Colossus. This is just a scramble to survive for BYUN. Up against the Protoss who's gone double Robo Colossus, 3-2 upgrades, Dark Shrine. Going for all of the fancy stuff. BYUN's going to lose his cool and chase into Zealot, Stalker, Colossus, Force Field by the looks of it. He does get 1 Colossus. Can he get another? There's very few Stalkers. Bit of an oversight for MAXPAX. Will lose his Colossus, or almost loses the 2nd one. But BYUN once again loses another 7 workers. That's 85 worker losses now for the Terran. 3-3 does start for him. But we're watching Dead Man Walking. It truly is the Green Mile right now. BYUN is just waiting for that date with the electric chair. That lethal injection. And MAXPAX trying to play very safe here. You know, he's macroing, adding cannon battery, adding disruptors. Zealots, if he gets them in the natural on the production, good split. Look at that. Keeps most of his army together. But he just sends a few Zealots to tear up the natural. Forces BYUN to fight. The Stalkers and Zealots blink forward. He can focus those Vikings. That'll be huge. A Disruptor rallies past the army. BYUN does click it down before it can kill everything. Vikings take out the Colossus. BYUN fighting impressively well. So well at this. I can't believe he's still alive. Barbio tosses his hair. He says, I can't believe the Terran's still alive. Much like people couldn't believe it's not butter. Even though it was clearly basically just some cheap margarine or some sort of other industrial grey sludge that they put butter flavoring and some coloring into. If you put a sexy Terran player, BYUN tossing his hair, doing the moonwalk in this series, somehow surviving, I do not know how. If he wins this game, he's up in army supply. There's no way. If he wins this game, guys, I am going to have to basically, I don't know, give him some sort of bonus. It would be wild for him to bring this back. 2 disruptors, 3. Doesn't even have to fire the shots just yet. 3-2's now finished for Protoss. Protoss has the upgrade lead. The disruptor shot goes out. Picks off a bunch of the Marine Marauder. You can see how quickly the supply kicks in. And now the Dark Templar walk in. That'll get the GG. Instant GG from BYUN. A Dark Templar walked into each of his 3 bases. And understandably, he knows that that is the final nail in the coffin. GG, MAXPAX forces game 5. All right, guys, it's Persephone. MAXPAX top left going for a Gate Scout. BYUN bottom left going for the double gas. Now, if MAXPAX goes Sentry, this is a big map. It's a perfect map for another Nexus before Cybercore into Sentry opening. And he's going to do it! He's going to do it! MAXPAX! He heard me getting annoyed at him being boring and doing the same build from 3 years ago that he invented and didn't deviate on for 3 years. He's finally doing different openings! He does. And a Gate Scout into a Nexus before core. Hopefully he gets a Sentry as one of his first 2 units as well. If he does, I will be exceedingly happy. It's so good against double gas. It's a really good way to play it. Scouts both gases as well, so he knows what he's up against. It is a Reaper first. I think if you go multiple Reapers, it's very bad against MAXPAX here. But we'll see. You can go 2, I guess, but 3 Reaper, 2 Hellion. Even though we got like the double Adept Snipe back on Ultra Love, I don't think you're going to get that again in this series. So he does go Reactor here. Do the Koreans look at Clem like they used to look at each other? I don't know. Are Koreans down with being homo, or I don't know. Is that what they? Oh, you mean like the best? I think everyone looks at Clem and knows the world champion's the best player. Yeah, he's clearly the best Terran. Like, no one's even close with Terran, especially. Serral and Hero are the only players who challenge him. We've got the 3 heroes of their race. Protoss, Hero, Serral's Clem, Terran, and no one's close to those 3 players. There is, like, even though MAXPAX and BYUN and these guys are all really good, those 3 guys are, like, just a step above everyone else. You could argue MAXPAX on a good day is there, but I think MAXPAX, without going to the live tournaments, it's super hard to get down with it. A sort of brotherly pride. Oh, I think a lot of the Koreans are good friends with the non-Korean players, guys. I don't think there's as much of a separation between the scenes as there once was. Like, BYUN, super friendly with a lot of the non-Korean players. I think a guy like Rogue or Maru, who's a little bit more shy, the language barrier gets in the way a little bit more. But I think guys like BYUN really friendly. They've been on international teams like Rebellion for a long time. So they're good friends with it. Solar has perfect English. Hero is just friendly. So Hero just chats to everyone. Even in his broken English, he'll like... Hero is like so confident and happy, he'll happily just go up to people and talk to them in broken English and just be like, oh, you like my build? Or, you know, just he'll have like a broken English conversation and stuff. So yeah, I'd say Scarlet's probably the only one, and Special, and maybe there's like 3 or 4 players who have like a little bit of Korean, so they'll actually try and do a bit of broken Korean, speaking with the Korean players. But normally it's, you know, the Korean players who I think bridge that cultural gap. 3 gates, Robo, 3rd and 4th gas comes up. Banshee opening in game 5, guys. Hallucination's been good for MAXPAX. I mean, he did see a lot, but I think it's really important for him to avoid the Cyclone, which he's done, and to get in and see this cloak. Because it requires quite a specific response. He's going charge here. It's going to be 4-gate charge. I do like 4-gate charge. I think it's way better than 3-gate charge. I think if you're going to rush charge, you should have the ability to just YOLO onto an enemy army, and that's really good against Marine tank. Just needs to not be surprised by the Banshee. And he sees it. He does see the starport. Doesn't know about the Banshee on that left side. If he runs up that side, he might barely catch it, but no, he's not going to. He's got an Observer, building a Templar Archives and a Forge. MAXPAX is going to stay 2 base. Ooh! He hallucinates another sentry to go across to try and spot what's going on. He builds some Stalkers. He does have an Observer, but it's not going into the main. That Banshee's sliding into his back door right now. Uh-oh. But he does adjust. He moves the Observer, but he goes back to the right, and he's got to quickly go. Stalkers are there. Blink is not finished, remember, so he can't hunt down the Banshee. Banshee gets 4 probes, dances to the back right side. Reaper does go down. It's going to allow him to take a 3rd base now. Tanks are building 2nd and 3rd barracks. So far, a little bit of damage for BYUN. Now, the interesting thing about this matchup of builds is it looks like BYUN is no longer committing to not... Normally with the Banshee opening, you do a push now. But, okay, no, he is. He is going to still go... I was like, it looks like he's not doing it. Yeah, if he can kill the 3rd and then just get his army home, I think this is great for BYUN, but the window's closing. Storm, if you can land, you know, Storm Prism on this, bam, Zealot's charge. So killing the third alone is not enough. You need to kill the third and get home. Wait for stim, wait for shields, wait for your own third command center, or you can just go 5 barracks all in. Ooh, okay, BYUN, 100% momentum on Persephone, guys. He did only build 1 Banshee, I believe. It's in the top left side of the map. He cancelled Cloak as well. So the fact that he killed 4 probes, forced this reaction, is actually really impressive. Really impressive. Doesn't even kill it, just hides. He's like, nah, man, I prioritize distracting. Okay, Zealot goes down. He's running away! No, if he pushed, he could have killed the third! He could have killed the third, guys! MAXPAX was too greedy. MAXPAX had only a few Zealots. Even after the warping, he's only got 6 Zealots, 4 Stalkers, 2 High Templar. Yes, Storm's kicked in, but he could have been sieged up on the base pre-spread before Storm. And I think even with the threat of 4-gate charge, I think he could have killed the third, and it would have been lights out. I know it's dangerous, so I'm kind of torn. I could be wrong. Maybe he kills the third and loses his whole army for it because of 2 Zealot warpings coming in and just jumping on him. Storm drop also would have been really scary on his army. Banshee's done a great job though, dude. The Banshee has 9 kills. That's actually amazing damage. And you've kept your whole army alive. It's not like this is bad for BYUN. I just think he may have missed a lethal timing. He may have missed a kill timing. He's got a huge follow-up push. And if he can like get a Doom drop in the main while pushing the right or something like that, that could be big. Banshee does get hunted down in the back. Gonna crash and burn next to the river on the edge of Persephone. We've got that big army moving forward. Zealot's coming forward. He has no idea about the 5 barracks. MAXPAX has no idea what he's up against. He's got an Immortal Arc on Zealot army. It's very beefy, and the Storms could ruin this Marine-heavy army. 26 Marines. There are now 10 Marauders. Marauders don't care about Storm as much. He's pulling the boys. Oh, boy pull into this doesn't really help. I think it might show that BYUN's trying to force it a bit too much. It could help a little. He's got a spread. He doesn't know about the Storm. Oh my gosh, he doesn't know about the Storm. Oh, holy moly. He's still got a lot of bio though. He might be able to overwhelm amazing Storms to start the fight for MAXPAX, but he has been blindsided. He did not know he was being all in. BYUN did not know there was defensive Storm. It is an incredibly close game. The third base gets busted. Those tanks still alive. Tanks still alive in the rear, guys. In the rear with the gear. Marines will take care of the Zealot. The Immortal comes in. It's going to drop to take care of the tank, but he loses his Stalkers. Losing Zealots to the Widow Mines as well. There's another High Templar. It's full of juice. Cyclone, Marauder, Marine. He needs to try and get rid of that High Templar, but the Immortals are guarding it pretty well. BYUN shoving. Don't clump for the Storm, though. Good attack here by BYUN. Is BYUN going to finish off MAXPAX in Game 5? He's got a spread. There's another Storm. Oh my god, he's clumping up and stimming into a big clump. BYUN. He's trying to get rid of the High Templar. It gets dropped on top. It lands a decent Storm, but is it enough? The answer seems to be no. The probes, the High Templar, the Immortal, BYUN. Absolute disregard for your Psy Storm. He hops willingly into the Protoss bathtub. MAXPAX goes, what the hell? Why are you in my bathtub? Gives him a bit of a scrub behind the ears with a Psy Storm, but it's just not enough. MAXPAX didn't have enough Immortal Arc on Zealot, didn't have enough regular fighting units. And the surprise of that attack, I think, caught off MAXPAX as much as BYUN was caught off by the Storm. A crazy, crazy engagement. But, you know, the SCVs basically all insta-died to Storm. There was just so much bio. He'd done so well with the Cloakless Banshee, keeping his army alive earlier. Turns out it was the right call. And MAXPAX has to tap out. I thought the momentum had shifted. I thought MAXPAX doing this entry opening was completely back in charge of this series. And yet beyond that, what a beautiful pivot when he was scouted. It really takes confidence in these scenarios to do this as well as he did, but he does it so very well.